mistakes, but mistakes make you strong. Let's break it down for a minute. I want the crown, I'm gon' get it. You hear me loud, man, I'm winning. Yeah, Charlie Sheen will be grinning. These ladies know that I'm sinning, and this is just the beginning. I'm closing in and not getting. There ain't no point in resisting. Living life like a dream, live it right, that's the thing. Every night got a team, I've been tied to the scene. Out on stage, here on screen. Okay, it's a dream, and I pray as a team. One day it'll be me. If I want it, then I get it. Hey, Dad, not regret it. Push myself to the limit. If I play it, then I win it. I'm just saying, I'm just living for today.
So welcome back everyone to some more Camp Geek Squad. Now, we have two videos today. This is the second one. The link will be, no, not the link, but there'll be up now, there will be a link you click on to go to that video, and that video is simply my thoughts and reaction to Lucifer Season 5B. Now, originally, I completely forgot about even doing a video for that. And then I thought I'd do it last week, even though this video was meant to be last week's. But because things happened, aka my mum had surgery and she had to go back in for a checkup and things like that, and things happened, things got a bit hectic. So I thought I'd, make it up to you guys by doing two videos today. And we've reached 175 subscribers. Now, I'm pretty sure last week I said 120, let's reach 200 by September time. Well, now, you know what? I'm going for 200 by the end of this month or the end of the Euros, the football. And if you do, I will do what I promised last week, 2 weeks ago. I can't remember what I promised you, but I promised you something entertaining, so I will deliver on that if we reach 200 by the end of this month. And then, let's say, try and get 300 by September, maybe even 400, 500, you know. I don't think we're going to get to 500, but let's try to get between 300 and 500 by September. Anyway, let's get straight on with today's video. Now, as you can tell by the title, it is Percy Jackson worthy to lift Thors Hammer Mjolnir? I hope I said that wrong, even though I seriously doubt it. But I guess this really depends on which version. Comic Thor, MCU Thor, or Mythology Thor. Now, one of you commented on this video saying which you thought, so I will just get that up now, so I'm just going to check. Right, Karate Kid 72700, or 72,700, said it really depends on which hammer you're using. He said he can't spell Thors Hammer. I don't blame you. I can't unless it's right in front of me. If it's the MCU version, I think absolutely. But if it's one from Inverse, I think he means in the comics, or from the original legend, then no. It's the whole reason for being hard to wield because of how heavy it is. So I kind of agree with that statement with if it's MCU Thor, he can lift it up. Quite frankly, I think he would be able to lift it up, and I think some of the others might be able to lift it up too, like Jason, Annabeth, probably maybe even Nico, we don't know, but I think Jason and Percy would be able to, and a few others. But he definitely could wield the MCU Thors Hammer. Now, if you're wondering what the difference is between all three hammer, sorry, I got a bit distracted there. Something popped up on my screen next to me. If you're wondering what the difference is, well, MCU Thor and comic book Thor isn't like Thor's hammer from Legends. You have to be worthy. But I think what makes it worthy in the MCU is different to what makes you worthy in comics. And Mythology Thor, it's just that heavy that he's the only one strong enough to pick it up. Mythology Thor and Mythology Loki and Mythology, all these essentially all of Asgard and all the people you see, like Hela, Loki, are all completely different in mythology. Heck, Fenrir and the world, the big wolf from Thor Ragnarok, the world serpent, who we haven't seen, I don't believe, and Hela are all Loki's children in mythology. So that should show you, that the MCU does make adaptations, and so does in to Legend. You know, they're all different. Now, if it's comic Thor, I'm not sure what makes comic Thor's hammer worthy, but I think if the likes of Wonder Woman and Superman can pick it up, I could argue Percy Jackson could pick it up. Because what have they got that makes them worthy that Percy doesn't have? That's my opinion. Now, if I just Google quickly, how heavy is Thor from Mythology's hammer? How heavy is Thor from Mythology hammer? That can't be right. This is 42.3 pounds. Yeah, no, that's the MCU. In the MCU version, the comics, Thor's hammer weighs 42.3 pounds. So in terms of is he strong enough to lift it? 110% he is. Now, for those of you who are saying he can't, I don't know about his lifting strength, but I definitely know he could, has the power to slice through stone creatures and, with a single blow against Kronos, the leader of the Titans was able to shake a bridge. So I think he's strong enough. But in mythology, it was said that if it was set down on the earth, it would sink to the center of the earth. So it is incredibly. So I don't think Percy's that strong. I don't know many people who would be that strong. So I agree with the comment, except for I think Percy might be able to pick up Thor's hammer. Now, what makes someone worthy? Is it being a hero? Because there are lots of heroes out there. But when I compare Thor and Percy, if anything, I would say Percy's more worthy because he's, kind of caring, more respectful. Not saying Thor isn't, but just the difference. But mythology Thor is a different piece altogether. Anyway, I think that's it for today's video. I'm keeping it shorter. I'm trying to keep them shorter and not go on as longer rants. But if I remember correctly, I have got Ben 10 transform into a Super Saiyan. So not just a Saiyan, but a Super Saiyan. And Super Saiyan, and even maybe, and if he can he turn into Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, maybe even Super Saiyan God, or does he need, to meet other Saiyans and do the ritual, etc.? Can he achieve Ultra Instinct? Those are the type of questions we'll be covering in the next week's video, or in the next few weeks. I will also be doing... No, I think I've already done the other. Yeah, I've already done everything I want to see in Percy Jackson. But I will be going back into versus battles soon. Obviously not straight away. There will be Percy Jackson. Percy Jackson. I'm not doing him in a while. But I'm doing characters from Percy Jackson. There's Zuko versus Leo from Avatar and the Percy Jackson Hero Olympus series, and Annabeth versus Suki. So we'll cover them first. And then Aang versus Jason. We're going to cover those. Not all at once, but those are going to be some of the next options that I will be doing. And then I will also be doing a new song video, but obviously not me singing, or not normal songs like I've done, the AMV versions, I think they are. I think that's what they're called. It will be like a lyric prank, like texting. Like a lyric prank, but not a lyric prank, and lyric prank and a lyric prank things, where I plan to do a Naruto version, but I'll start off with Percy Jackson, since I know you guys are all a big fan of Percy Jackson's, because my most viewed videos are Percy Jackson, and the Percy Jackson videos never fail. Never fail to do well. So thank you guys so much. I will be diving more into comic book stuff like Marvel, DC. I'll be doing things like Doctor Who, Lucifer, shows I enjoy, but I'll be mainly diving into comics and animation soon. But I don't worry, I will still be doing Percy Jackson videos, and they will probably be my main videos in quotations, depending on how well the anime do. But I hope anime does well, since I love so many different animes, and I start talking about them, because this isn't just the Percy Jackson channel. This is Camp Geek Squad. We are geeks. We are weebs. We are all one, and any fandom is welcome here. Even though I will have an unpopular opinions, which I will be doing. I'll be doing my 10 anime unpopular opinions. Anyway.